Hi everyone, it's Desiree. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me for another video. Today I wanted to go over some different ways to use scrapbook paper in your planner. I love incorporating paper into my spreads and in other ways in my planner. So I'm going to go over my favorite ways of using these pieces of paper to just make your spreads a little bit more unique, I feel. Because you can find some really cool paper out in the stores, and I actually just went to Joann's and picked up a bunch of different paper. I managed to go when it was on sale too, because I believe these are usually 69 cents per piece of paper, but I went when there was like a doorbuster. I think it was a doorbuster, and it was 10 sheets for $2. So I got these on a really good deal, so I stocked up a little bit. I picked all the ones that I like the most. They have tons of options, tons of colors, tons of patterns. They have holiday ones. They had like Disney ones too. I feel like they had a good mixture of patterns and color that you'll be able to find something that you would like. And they also had solids. I stuck more to the pattern ones because I like using pattern in my planner when it comes to paper. So I bought a bunch of these. I'm going to show you how I like to use these in my spreads and in my planner. Also during the holidays, keep your eye out for and try to see if you can find these awesome packs that they come out with for the holidays. So these are like seasonal packs that I've been able to purchase the past couple of years. They always come out with different ones, so I'm excited to see this year what patterns they're gonna have. They usually have one for Halloween, from what I've noticed, a Halloween one, which I always get the Halloween one, and then also the Christmas ones. They have tons of different variations of Christmas patterns to choose from. Again, something that I feel like will fit anybody's style, and these are always like pretty affordable. I think this was like 20 bucks, but they always have a coupon or a sale that you can get these on, and I always buy with a coupon or a sale. So yes, look out for these fun patterns. So I'm going to show you the different ways that I like to use these. I'm going to start off with the ways that I like to use it on my planner spreads, and I'm going to show you the ways I like to just use it within my planner. I didn't mention this at the beginning, but I am doing a tip every day this month. So yeah, let me know down in the comments what your favorite planner tips are. Maybe I can incorporate that in a future video because I'm still like making the content for this little series. So yeah, let me know what some of your favorite planner tips are down in the comments. So one of my favorite things to do with these, or one of the ways that I used to use the scrapbook paper in a spread, which is a fun way to incorporate scrapbook paper. I feel like this is the easiest way to kind of like get your introduction into using paper in your spread, is find like a pattern that you love. I love like anything black and white, and I love like these leaf patterns. So I found this one. This one is from American Crafts from Joann's. It's really pretty. I just cut it down to fit these little sections right here. You don't have to make them fit perfectly in here, but I did it for this video. I made little boxes that fit actually perfectly in here. So this is one way that you can incorporate pattern paper into your spread. Use them as a box, like a decorative box. And then also you can take it a step further and you can layer boxes on top, which is always a very pretty look. I'm actually going to do this pink box. Do a little bit of layering so that way you make it more functional. And then all you have to do is add a little bit of tape on the back, and you got yourself a nice little layered box with that pretty pattern. You can cut these down a little bit too if you don't want to use like a huge one. I mean, that's the great thing about making your own boxes this way, is that you can make them any size you want, cut them down. You can also take a whole sheet like this and just cover up a whole section if you want to, and that's always a nice look. If like you had it just going down the middle of the page, that's always a cool look to have in your spread, and then just layer boxes around it too. But yeah, this is an easy way to add pattern into your spread. and make it look really fun and decorative. You can pick the different color. You can pick different colors. You can keep it more neutral and pick black boxes to layer on top of here. You have all these options, but you get like a really cool pattern on your page, which is a lot of fun. A step up from this is to make your own colorful boxes using patterned paper. That's always really fun to do because you have the ability to keep the thickness of the boxes, like the pattern going around the boxes. Like you're able to decide if you want it thin or if you want it thicker, you want to see more pattern. I usually like this amount of a color around the box is usually what I like, but you could always go thinner, thicker. It's all up to you depending on how you cut your stickers out. So I just did the same thing. I cut a box that fits in here, which, you know, you can measure this out. I just measured it with a ruler. And then I cut in a white piece of, this is actually sticker paper. And this one I cut just a little bit so you can see a little bit of the pattern going around the box. It's very small. But then I did this one, same size box, and I cut this one, the white part, a little bit smaller so that way I can see more of the pattern. So I'm going to attach these two so you can see the difference. Here are both of the colorful boxes that I made using some of the paper, and I actually like that I can see the pattern through the paper. I use sticker paper, but you don't have to use sticker paper, but you could just use regular paper and glue it on top. That'll work well too. But yeah, I think this is really cute to be able to add like a colorful box, but with a pattern. Again, you could do this same concept with just regular solid colored cardstock if you want more, you want to make your own colorful boxes, you know? But yeah, you just glue these down and you got a bunch of cute patterned colorful boxes, which I feel like I don't really see a lot of, and I think that looks really cool. I pulled that from this pattern right here. I actually got this paper because I want to do some Go Wild spreads, like memory keeping spreads. And I thought this was cool because depending on where you cut the paper, you'll get a different like color on the boxes. So this one was like more purpley and blue, but if I cut around this area, I can get more of the green and the blues and the orange color, which will be really cool to have those differences around the spread. So yes, making colorful boxes with your scrapbook paper. I love doing that technique in my spreads. So another way that I've used paper in my planner, if you've ever done any no sticker spreads, I definitely suggest that you do one, because this is where I've used these techniques a lot in those type of spreads to make my own like boxes and different things like that for the spreads that I like to put together, but don't use any stickers. This is always a fun challenge to give yourself to make your own versions of stickers in your spread. So another way that you can use this lovely scrapbook paper is to make washi, little washi strips. Again, another cool thing to do because you have control over the thickness. If you want to have like a really thin washi, you can do that. And this one would be cool because like it has the pattern on it, which is fun to see like the change in the color. And then you can stick this down on the bottom. You have really fun washi for there. And then you can also make it thicker if you want like a thicker pattern. Ooh, sorry, my paper trimmer is really bad. You can make a thick washi. Because, you know, washi comes in all sorts of different sizes. If you want more of the pattern showing, you can do that as well. But I think this is a cool look too, to add to a spread. To add some washi, and all you have to do is just like glue it down. I feel like this one you would need to glue down. This one I think you could possibly get away with some tape. Let's see if the tape, yeah, I feel like it's not super thin, so you can get away with putting tape on here like that, trimming the excess off. Like that. And then you got some nice washi on your spread. So yeah, find a nice pattern that, I really like this one because it does change and it has a really nice pattern on here. And you can use that as a washi. Also, I have another paper that I think would be cool to use for washi. This would be cool for like a birthday spread, because when I saw this, I thought of washi instantly, because all I would do with this one is trim out like one of these full sections. I feel like I don't have a lot of like birthday type stickers, so I think this would be cool to add in a spread and just like put it on the bottom, and you can have like a cool little, it feels like washi, but it's scrapbook paper that you can have on the bottom, but you can treat it like it's washi in your spread. So yeah, definitely look out for paper that has like these repeated patterns, because you can just use like strips of it and cut them out and use them in your spreads like that. If you've been watching my channel for a while, then you know that I like to make scenes in my spreads. I've become known to like do lots of scenes in my spreads because it's just something I love doing. And I've used scrapbook paper to make scenes in a spread. I think I used that pack, that Christmas pack that I showed earlier, had some really cute houses in there that I was able to use in a scene spread. And it came out so cute. So actually, when I was at Joann's, I found like a couple of pages of paper that work perfectly for scenes. I mean, look how cute these pages are. Okay, so I wouldn't use this as it is and just like cut it and then just slap it in the spread. I would actually cut these out. I've done this before, actually on even smaller houses, but I would cut these out and just use them like decorative stickers in my planner. So I think this one would be super cute. I'm actually going to cut out one of them so you can see what I'm talking about. But this one, I love this page. I'm gonna have to go buy more of these. And then this one would be really cool. This one would be simple. It's kind of like the washi with the birthday candles that I showed earlier, just using this same technique. And you can make a scene just with this. I mean, it's black and white. You can even color it in, which would be super cute. And then I also found this one too, which again, you can cut out and make a scene with. So what I would do, I'll do this one as an example, is just take my scissors and just start cutting around the house that you want, all the little decorative type stickers that you want in your scene. Take this out and then I'll actually cut around it. One of the good things about this piece of paper is it has a white background, so it really will look like a sticker once I cut around it. I don't cut all the way close to the house, but I do want to leave like a little bit of a white border around there, just because it's easier to cut that way and not have to like cut into the picture, because I don't want any of the house to be cut up. But yeah, just following along the edge of the house, cutting out this cute little, is this a house? No, it's like it's a cafe. Oh my gosh, how cute is that for a scene? It's adorable. Boom, you got a little cute little house. And then even all these little, I know this is very tedious, but I'm totally for this because I just love having like cute little trees that I can use. I mean, this is already clustered together, so I would just go around this whole thing. Maybe I'll take this one out. You can decide what you want to keep and what you want to get rid of by cutting it all out. I like the little mailbox, so I'm going to leave that there. Then I got a little cluster like that I can add and start layering. Cut out the little grocery store. The scooters are super cute. There's little dogs that you can cut out, these little flowers. There's so many little things that I would totally cut out. I might have to do a spread just using this paper because it is super adorable. And you can make a cute little scene. You can also use paper for the bottom of the page. So you could take like a pattern paper. I usually like to rip it to make it look, I like the torn look, so I'm just gonna rip this. I'm just gonna do a really quick cut because it doesn't have to be perfect for this example, but at least I'll have this. Put this here, just as it acts like a little bit of a background, or like, and then layer these on top. So that way you have like a cute little scene, and you got like the ground. That's what I always call it, like a little ground area with the scrapbook paper. And like you can space them out a little bit so you can see some of the like ripped edges. But yeah, so cute. Definitely look at different patterned ones that you could possibly cut out and use like stickers in your spreads. I mean, this would be so adorable. I'm actually gonna do it. You'll see it in a future video featuring these super cute little buildings and trees and stuff. So yes, use the scrapbook paper as decorative elements in your spread. Okay, the next idea that I have for using some paper in your spreads, I would say this is something that I would use more if I was doing like a memory keeping spread, which I usually will do memory keeping on my currently page in my planner, and I'll add pictures and I'll journal a little bit. And back in the day, the Happy Planner used to come out with these journaling cards that would flip open and then you can like write inside of them. This is an example of what I'm talking about. These little journaling cards, which I liked more of the basic looking ones. These are a little bit, they got a lot going on. But the basic idea of them is that you can use the front to fill in things, or sometimes they have like a quote on the front, but you can flip them open and then you have space to write in on these two sections right here. And then these were sticky, so they would stick into your planner like a sticker, which is really cool idea. I really like this, but I liked more of the colorful boxes versions of these. And I used a lot of them in my spreads, but then I started running out of the colors that I liked. So you can actually make your own. I have this really cool like constellation type pattern paper that I found, and I just cut out a section that I wanted to make a double box because I liked using double boxes to flip open like the one I just showed you. So I cut this to fit like this bottom section, and that way I can fold this in half and it would be like essentially the size of a double box. It doesn't have to be perfect because I usually don't put things like perfectly in here, but yeah, it does fit in this section. So it'll open up like a book like that. And you could totally leave it like this if you want to see the pattern, and like say you have something that you just want to write a little bit more of in here. If you have like a long weekend and you want to write in notes, then all you would have to do is just tape the back part down into your spread. It's pretty simple. And you got a nice little patterned box right there that you're able to flip open and write in a little bit more into your spread. So I like that idea, but I also like to have like the top section to be functional too. So you can always stick, again, a piece of white paper. I have a piece of sticker paper onto the front. So I cut this down just to fit, obviously, in this section, but also so I could see a little bit of the pattern. I don't want to see all the pattern, oops, but you know, some of it would be good. Again, you have your own, you're able to decide that on your own, like how much you want to see. But I feel like that was a good amount around the edge. And now I can like use this functionally on the front and really functionally inside too. You can add like stickers in here. I've used them in journaling spreads, so sometimes I'll add like a picture on the front and then do like maybe another picture inside and journal a little bit more. Or I'll use this just to journal in and do another picture over here. You really have lots of options when you're able to make these cute little boxes. You can also make them like the other sizes. This one would fit. You would just have to size it to 2 of these boxes, and then you can make a box. Well, this one, are there any that open the other way? You can make them open this way. You can make them open long ways like that too, like how this one is showing. You could do this one flipping up too. You just have to like, you know, fold it the other way. You have all these fun options to be able to make just using the scrapbook paper and a little bit of white paper on the front if you want the front to be functional too. So yes, that's another way that you can use scrapbook paper in your planner. Okay, another type of scrapbook paper that they sometimes have in the, especially at Joann's, I've seemed to notice these at Joann's a lot. And then also they come in these packs right here. I've already used a lot of them, so I don't have an example, but it's like this pack right, or this page right here that has some like little decorative stickers over here that you can actually cut out of the paper and use in a couple different ways in your spreads. But I found some at Joann's, like just the loose ones. I thought this one was really cute to be able to like cut these out. I mean, you could put them in a spread. You could also punch them and like, you know, stick them in your spread. I thought this one would be cool to actually cut out. Let me cut this out so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so I cut up all of the patterned, the little sections in that scrapbook paper that I found. I found this at Joann's. It was actually on clearance. But I love like these big like graphics. And I mean, I wouldn't recommend using it in a spread per se, because it's kind of big. Take your whole spread, unless you wanted to like tape it down here and then like flip it open and do kind of like a vision board or like a book type of situation. But what I would do is, like, I think this is really pretty. I would just punch this and just put it in my planner. Try to line up these punches, which is always fun to figure out when things do not line up. Okay, hopefully this works. Yeah, so I got these punched, and then I could just stick this in my planner for the week. Let me go to my section. And you can stick them in your planner, like in the middle of your page if you want something, like a little reminder, everything will be okay. You know, you can punch that in, you can put it wherever you want in your planner. These two, you could also punch into your planner. If you have this punch, it's very handy. This one, I'm trying to line up these. This one's a little like self-care. Little image on the front. You can pop that in your planner, and then this actually had a little line so you can write maybe some self-care things you want to focus on for the week. If it doesn't have lines on the bottom, on the back, like this one already came with, you could always put like a sheet of lined paper, like attach it onto the back and make it blank. But yeah, you can punch these in, just like little positive little sections in your planner that you can flip through while you're in this section during the week, which I think is a lot of fun. I love this graphic and I love that quote. Just a little reminder, little reminders for yourself for the week. There's also these two, which are really nice. Again, little reminders. You could always, like, I have a little pocket card holder thing in my planner. This, I can put like pictures and different things like that, but you could always stick in some of these to decorate, just to make it a little bit more calming with these fun quotes. Yeah, so you don't have to like just stick all of the paper into your planner. You can stick them within your planner too, which I really like. All right, so one of my favorite things about my planner, like I don't know if I've like reached planner peace, but I have when it comes to my cover. Because for a while I used to buy planners for covers, and that was a problem because I wouldn't use the inside of the planner or sometimes using the disc. I just wanted the cover. And I was sent the frosted cover from Live Love Posh. Unfortunately, this is currently out of stock. I'll have it linked down in the description though, because she does have other sizes, like a mini and some other planner sizes, but she will have these back in stock. But I absolutely love these frosted covers because they allow me the ability to change out the style of my cover without having to buy all those planners that I used to buy in the past. And I just love how easy it is for me to do this. So usually what I do is, if I don't have vellum, which I do have some vellum layered here, I usually will cut out a piece of scrapbook paper like this. This is scrapbook paper, and stick it and change it up, stick it on the front and change up the look of my planner. like this. Currently this is how my planner looks too. But I did find some really fun patterned paper when I was at Joann's buying all this patterned paper. That is more like in the style of a summer type of feel, which I've been doing that since I have this frosted cover. Now I can change my planner seasonally, which is another reason why I love having this cover. But I found this really pretty pattern again at Joann's, and I love, like I had mentioned before, I love like the palm leaves, and my favorite color is green, so I love this pattern. The cool thing about this is that you can pick and choose like what section of the paper you want to use. Since this is so big, like I can decide, do I want this side of the pattern to show, or do I want like this side of the pattern to show more? I'm actually going to cut this down to size. So what I usually do is I'll take like this. Do I want to take this one? No, I'm going to take, I think I'm going to take the cover, like a divider. And I'm just going to, okay, so I want this corner right here is the one that I'm trying to get. So I'm going to just line this up and do a couple of little marks so that way I can cut this down to size and then I can punch it. All right, so I cut that down to size. It looks really pretty. And then I'm just going to punch this with my punch. Get this lined up in here. Like that. And then I'm good to go to put this in my planner as my new cover for summer. So yeah, you can look out for seasonal patterned paper, so that way you can change, if you like to have your planner like fit the season and change it up, you can always do that. I probably should have cut this just a little bit longer. That's a tip for you. Cut this a little bit longer so that way it fits, because it's kind of like hanging off. So yeah, I'll have to redo that. But I think it looks really cute with that pattern. And then I like to layer things on top of each other, so I might layer this on top. I'll just stick this on top. Kind of softens the pattern a little bit too, which I like that. All right, so yes, use paper to change up your cover. If you have these frosted covers, this is definitely one of my favorite tips to just make it a little bit more customized on the look of your planner. It's one of my favorite things. Another thing kind of going in line with this is if you're like me and you like the seasonal stuff, and you know, I feel like recently the Happy Planner hasn't been coming out with like seasonal planners like they used to as much. Which I usually, when I buy a planner, I look at the inside of the planner and I look to see like how the layout looks, and I sometimes pay attention to the dividers, like to make sure that the dividers, I like them just to be neutral, like black and white, not a lot of color. I don't like a lot of color on that stuff. I do like color in my spreads, just not on like the outside parts, like the tabs and stuff. So I will usually pick a very neutral planner, which is very generic, a generic planner. So if you like to have like more seasonal things, or say you don't like a certain divider, because sometimes some of these dividers I'm not a huge fan of, especially the foiled ones, not a huge fan of, you could always cover up the dividers with paper. I found a like Halloween type paper. And for me, again, I like neutral stuff, but I still want to have like decorative, like seasonal type things. I felt like this was definitely more my style, and it fit with like the planner scheme that I have. But at least I can have a like seasonal type planner divider in my spread, or in my planner, instead of like zebras for October. The zebras are cute, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather have a Halloween inspired cover. So yeah, you can just do the same thing, trim it down to size, punch the edges, and then all you have to do is just add in oops. I probably wouldn't be doing this in the actual planner, but just for time's sake. I'm gonna do it in the planner. And line it up so that way it fits as your new cover for your divider. All right, so now you got a Halloween divider instead of zebras for October. So that would be my last tip on how to use paper in your planner. I hope I was able to give you some fun, different ideas on how to use paper in your planner. It's a lot of fun to find, you know, these really cool patterns and incorporate them into your spreads. I mean, they don't have to just be all like no sticker spreads, you know, you can use them with your other stickers. But, you know, if you're running low on like boxes, you can definitely make your own boxes. You can make your own pretty decorative covers. There's lots of options, and the paper is super cheap. When you get it on sale, if you can get it on sale, like I did for that 10 for $2, that was a really, really good deal. So definitely check the sales, the ads, to see when things will be going on sale for the paper. I feel like that happens pretty regularly. But yeah, those are my ideas. I hope you enjoyed them. Let me know down in the comments if you have any other type of ideas that you use paper in your planner. I would love to hear them. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button. And I hope to see you all in the next one.